Hi, good evening. This is Jill from Fabric Garden in Sacramento, California. Welcome to our weekly Facebook Live. This evening I've got a couple of new fabric lines to show you, a couple of new blocks of the month to show you, and a couple of an event to talk about, and a couple of things to remind you about. So I think I'll start with what's coming up the quickest, and that is we've got a class next Tuesday on the 7th, and we are going to be making the flea market linens quilt. This is a quilt made with Moda Cake Mix, and Moda Cake Mix is a way to make half square triangles, rails, with a foundation paper, sort of like a triangle paper, and make all these wonderful triangles really simply. So class is Tuesday, and we do have a kit for class that will make the quilt as pictured on the pattern. This kit has a layer cake of Mix It Up, Moda's newest low volume neutral line. It has 2 junior layer cakes of the Bella Hometown Sky, which is really just a beautiful color. And then it also has the fabrics for borders and binding in here. So it has everything but the back, and you can pick out what you love for the backing at your own time frame. So that is Tuesday. Of course, the kit is available if you just want to do it on your own. Oh, the kit also includes the cake mix papers in there. So then I wanted to talk about the blocks of the month that are coming up. So we've got coming up fairly soon a block of the month called a Mountain Meadow. It's been a long day. It's evening here. Mountain Meadow. And we did get some early fabric, and Carolyn has taken that home and is working on sewing some blocks. So next Thursday I will have some blocks from that block of the month to show you, so you can get a better idea of what that will look like. But the fabrics are beautiful, soft, and it just wonderful batiks. So we'll have some blocks to show you next week from the fabric that we got. We added a new block of the month called Vintage Rose. And this is from Timeless Treasures, and it uses their Vintage Rose fabric that we'll be releasing. And on the website, I've kind of put a little palette of the colors and fabrics so you can see that better. But the fabric does have some rose prints in it. This is a 12-month block of the month, and it is great for confident beginners. And we will be, this year, all of our blocks of the month will have a dedicated private Facebook page where we will be posting our demonstration videos, tips and tricks, and where the people participating in the block of the month can also post their pictures, their questions, and encourage each other as you're sewing your block of the month. So that is Vintage Rose. Now we have another one. I thought I made a photocopy. I guess I printed it out and didn't bring it with me. Julie might run and see if it's still in the copier. But this quilt we're going to do as a block of the month, we're calling it Prairie Picnic Quilt. So this is not a large quilt. It is a row quilt, and it is a generous lap size quilt. And I've got a little picture here. We don't have any live fabric yet, but each row has a technique. And when I saw this, I thought square in a square, piano keys, hourglass, flying geese, sawtooth star, 9 patch. It's just got a lot of basic quilting elements. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to really work on perfecting your piecing, because row quilts can be a little tricky. What gets tricky about a row quilt is when you sew your rows, they may come out different lengths because your piecing is not quite as precise as you would like it to be. So our goal here is to make a beautiful row quilt. Once we have some live fabric, we'll be able to show you better the fabrics, but it is a beautiful line of fabric from Moda. That the fabrics will be coming out in August, but we're going to try to snag a fat quarter bundle early if we can. So we're just watching for those early release bundles for shops to become available, and we will grab one so we've got fabric. So, but what our goal here is to help teach you to perfect these basic units in quilting that you will use all the time. You'll end up with a beautiful quilt and improved piecing skills. So that is what we've added. We got in 2 new lines of fabric since last week, so I will show you some of those. We got in a really cute line called Cat's Pajamas. And of course, there are cats in pajamas. I tend to really love cat fabric. I have a little kitty cat at home, and so I'm very partial to cat fabric. But this is really cute. And I don't have all the coordinating pieces out here. There are paw prints. I love this spiral in the soft pastel colors with the gray background. There is a beautiful stripe that would be perfect for binding or sashing. And this isn't all the pieces, but I also love this little cat head piece. I'm thinking you make a little quilt, and this would be a great coordinating pillowcase or backing on your quilt. So that is Cat's Pajamas. And I'm going to put those off to the side. And then we got in a line from Figo Fabrics. And Figo is a division of Northcott Fabrics that does a little more modern style. So Sunday features flowers that hummingbirds like, and it features hummingbirds. So this is the dark version of the focal. You might be able to see the hummingbirds better in the light version. Beautiful oranges and purples and hummingbirds. These lines always come with a nice stripe for using in your bindings and sashings or blocks themselves. There's a few different plaid pieces in this line. There's some pieces that are just hummingbirds. Here's another little plaid piece, but it also has some floral in it. And some more just hummingbirds. So that is Sunday from Figo Fabrics. And Figo did have a recommended free pattern for that. Just a basic pattern. And I actually think we've mailed out this free pattern before. It is called Around the Block. And they have shown this with each center has the same fabric all the way around it. But what's wonderful with how this is constructed, it's actually constructed with a partial seam. So each side is actually the same length. It's not 2 shorts and 2 longs. It's 4 exact size pieces that go around. So you could take your cut fabrics and put 4 different pieces around the center and really come up with a really kind of design your own cool quilt with this pattern. So this is a fat quarter pattern, and They do have recommended which fabrics to use, but you can pick your own. The other thing FIGO recommended is we've been carrying a pattern for a while called Sparrows, and it is a pattern of birds, and they have colored it in the Sunday fabric and given the recommended fabric requirements for making the Sparrows quilt in this colorway. So we have both of these available in the shop. And I think I don't have too much more to talk about. We just decided this today. So we came up with this morning. We were looking at the calendar and we saw that March 18th is Worldwide Quilting Day. We thought, what can we do? What would be fun to celebrate Worldwide Quilting Day? And we got a call from our Moda rep, the new fabric. He will have his samples. He doesn't even have them yet, but he will have them in the next day or two. And so we have arranged that on Worldwide Quilting Day on the 18th, we will have all the next releases of the Moda fabrics out for you to see, and you can vote on what you would like us to order. Now, we're going to make it tricky for you, because what we have discovered is that when you look at the Moda release, you will love every piece of it. So we thought, oh, let's give you a little taste of what we have to do. We can't have it all. We wish we could, but we can't. So we're going to let you vote on your 3 favorite Moda lines. We're going to look at which ones get the highest votes, and we will bring that line in for you. So that is March 18th. It's going to be in store, and it is going to be from 10 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. And we are open till 3 that day, but we need time to get our rep samples put back together and tidied up for him to take on his sales tours. So of course, we will have refreshments that day, and we will also have some prize drawings throughout that time to win some prizes. So we hope that you will join us for Worldwide Quilting Day on March 18th here in the store. So I think that is all I have for you this evening, but a lot of fun stuff, cute lines, new blocks of the month, a fun event. So I think we've got some fun things lined up for the month, and we do have some more surprises coming for later in the month. So keep your eyes and ears open for that. Have a great evening, and we will meet again on Facebook next week.